Hello and welcome back to ROADTRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode is day number 223 of the 365-day trivia road trip. You'll recognize these names, Dave and Jeannie. They actually submitted the pit stop trivia quiz that kicked this week off. They do pit stop trivia, they do regular length trivia, they can do it all. Their trivias are excellent. I know you'll enjoy this one. Let's get started with question number 1. Founded in 1984, TED Conferences LLC is a media organization that posts international talks online for free distribution under the slogan, Ideas Worth Spreading. What does the acronym TED stand for? Honestly, I had never thought about it. I've seen TED Talks, but I did not know that it stood for Technology, Entertainment, and Design. Question 2. During the 15th and 16th centuries, the Spanish and Portuguese empires colonized the Americas and opened trade routes. What are these explorers/soldiers referred to now that in Spanish means conqueror? We now refer to them as conquistadors. Question number 3. It is highly valued, and one 280-pound piece found by a fisherman was valued at $1.5 million. What musky perfume is created from a secretion of the bile duct of the intestines of the sperm whale, as well as historically been used in food and drink? The answer is ambergris. Question number 4, written in 1972 by Richard Adams, Watership Down is a story of anthropomorphized rabbits seeking escape from the destruction of their warren and seeking a new home. What term was invented for this story to describe an instinctive freeze in moments of rabbit terror? The term we're looking for is tharn. Question number 5. This French monarch served from 1638 until his death in 1715 and has a verified reign of over 72 years, which is the longest reigning monarch in history. Who is this French king who was also known as the Sun King? The answer is Louis XIV. Question number 6. This phrase also became the title of a 1970 movie retelling this attack and the days that led to this historical tragedy. What was the 3-word code used by the Japanese to signal their attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1941? The answer is Tora, Tora, Tora. Question number 7. It was discontinued in 1980 except for restaurants in Orlando, Florida, Italy, and the Philippines. In the 1970s, McDonald's added what item to their menu which included pasta, marinara, meatballs, and cheese topping? That meal was called McSpaghetti. Question number 8. There are 2 parts of the human body that do not have blood vessels. One being cartilage and the other part being what part of the human eye which receives oxygen and nutrients through diffusion? The answer is the cornea. Question number 9. Ho Chi Minh City is the most populous city in Vietnam with a population of 9.3 million. During the Vietnam War, this city was the capital of South Vietnam and went by what name before being changed in 1976? The answer is Saigon. Question number 10. What is the landmark in Australia that is the most photographed in the country, that was opened by Queen Elizabeth II in 1973, has over 1 million roof tiles, cost $102 million to build, and was mostly funded by a lottery? The answer is the Sydney Opera House. Question number 11. What type of cake actually originated in Texas and traditionally uses dark baking chocolate with the filling or topping of custard made with egg yolks, evaporated milk, with coconut and pecans stirred in before cooking? It was not named after a country, it was named after Samuel German. It is German chocolate cake. Question number 12. One of only 14 bridge tunnel systems in the world, this structure opened in 1964 and saves motorists roughly 95 miles of travel in Virginia. What is the name of this structure that has had over 140 million vehicles cross it in the last 50 years? It is the Chesapeake Bay Bridge and Tunnel. Question number 13. This soft drink was first introduced in 1886 and was advertised as the cure for headaches and could be used as a brain and nerve tonic. What was the name of this product that was marketed as esteemed brain tonic and intellectual beverage? The answer is Coca-Cola. Question number 14. What is the title of this popular novelty song, originally recorded by Patti Page in 1952, that reached number 1 in the Billboard and the UK single charts, that the American Kennel Club and Humane Society credit with a tremendous increase in canine adoptions? The answer is, how much is that doggy in the window? Now, if you watched yesterday's quiz, you know that we had a very similar question pop up, and in fact, the answer was the name of that song, How Much Is That Doggy in the Window? But that quiz from yesterday was written a year ago, and I had not thought about it until a couple of days ago, and this quiz today was prepared well over a week ago and put into this place. And the odds of that question popping up twice, we've done 25,000 plus questions on this channel, and the fact that that unique question that I've never heard of ever before pops up the day after it pops up for the first time. I try not to do repeat questions, especially on back-to-back days, but I thought that was such a unique question that I just left it in. Question 15. What aquatic mammal, to continue breathing while swimming, rests only half of its brain at a time, while the other half remains awake? That means they literally sleep with one eye open. We're just looking for the general term of this animal. The answer is the dolphin. Question number 16. Harvey, is a 1950 American comedy drama film starring James Stewart that centers on a man whose best friend is named Harvey, an invisible 6-foot 3.5-inch animal, which leads his sister to trying to have him committed to a sanatorium. What type of animal was Harvey? The answer is a rabbit. Question number 17. What is the title of this novel by Mark Twain that is sometimes credited as the foundational work in time travel, where Hank Morgan is suddenly hurled into the past and by introducing modern inventions, makes people believe that he is a powerful magician? The name of that novel is A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court. Question number 18. This K-pop song by South Korean rapper Psy was released on July 15th, 2012, and the title refers to the nouveau rich lifestyles associated with certain regions of Seoul. What is the title of the song recognized as the first YouTube video to hit 1 billion views? The name of that song was Gangnam Style. Question 19. This toy's history can be traced back to 500 BC, and it became a fad popularized in 1958 by Whammo and named after a Hawaiian dance of the 18th century. What toy was banned in 1958 in Japan and Indonesia on the grounds of public indecency? The answer is the hula hoop. And question 20. Dr. Joseph Bell was a Scottish surgeon and lecturer at the Medical School of the University of Edinburgh of the 19th century and is best known as an inspiration to which literary character known for his observation, deduction, forensic science, and logical reasoning? This literary character is Sherlock Holmes. Alright, that is it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of Road Tripvia. Thank you again to Dave and Jeanne Junkins for another great quiz. Like I was saying in the middle of this quiz, I thought it was so strange. I've never heard of "Have you seen that doggy in a window?" ever before. And then that quiz from a year ago gets stuck right in front of this quiz, and they both have almost the same question on there. It's just crazy that that doesn't happen more often. It probably sticks out to me with that one because the song is so unique, so I had to go look it up. It's an interesting song, just like an old school. Anyways, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and here's question 21, the tiebreaker for today. Harriet, a tortoise, was collected by Charles Darwin during his visit to the Galapagos Islands. How many years did Harriet live? Whichever player gets closest is going to win the point. Harriet, the tortoise, lived for 175 years. That is it for today. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow we'll have pit stop trivia, 2 pit stop trivia quizzes this weekend, both submitted by viewers. See you then.